All right, traders, a very warm welcome to you all. I am Devang Mehra from the Financial Analyst, and I welcome you to the outlook for the financial markets in India for the coming foreseeable future. Now we're entering the month of June 2021, so we need to have a clear outlook in our mind. Are we, going higher? Are we consolidating? Are we looking for some correction in the markets? So I'm going to try to answer everything that I can, which is under my, knowledge and education. So sit back, relax. We'll talk about every single thing that's possible. Technicals, whether it's the India VIX, whether it's the FI net long, 86-87%, whether it's the monsoons, everything will be try to discuss. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn out. Uh, hit a like if you wait for these videos. Comment, TFA family, subscribe and share. One humble request: let's try to increase the community as much as we can. So please share this video as much as possible with your friends. That would mean a lot to me. Let's get started, guys, without further ado. So today is Sunday. Hope you're doing good, 30th May 2021. First of all, let's start off with what are the events that are going to happen this week and in this month. What are the important economic events that need to happen? So I already have, we already put up an Instagram post. So I'm going to read that out to you. I think it's very important. And what are the expectations from all those events? So let's talk about that. So if you haven't subscribed and followed our Instagram page, you can always do so. You will be updated with all the live news that's happening in the markets. So first of all, you have to understand what is the good thing that's happening is that the daily cases of coronavirus are coming down day after day. I think that's a very, very big positive. If you all remember, our words, we told you on May 15th, the coronavirus will peak out. If you remember that word, let me know. But that's what exactly happened. We were around 4 lakh cases a day, and now we're currently around 1.5, 1.6 lakh cases a day. So yes, surely there's an improvement. The death rate is still there, but I think something is better than nothing. So the only overhang I think that India has on its mind is COVID-19, because the second wave which happened in COVID has devastated India majorly out of the entire world economy. The second issue is the inflation, which we will talk about later, not right now. That's not something we'll talk about right now, but in the future, that is something that needs to be, that needs to be impressed. So a couple of events. First of all, we have the last leg of earnings in this week. ITC, the big guy, ITC is posting earnings. Motherson Sumi, Aurobindo, we have PVR and Bharat Forge and Bank of India and the PSU banks. So these guys will be posting their earnings. So these companies will be the fundamental catalysts. So, put your focus on these companies, and whatever happens, whatever is the forecast, whatever is the estimates, accordingly, when the results are posted, that entire sector will be affected because they are in fact big companies. The other news that just came out is that the respected CM of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray, he is coming live. He's addressing the state today at 8:30 p.m. So we believe it is going to be around the COVID unlock and further restrictions, further relaxations. That is something to be watched at 8:30 on the news channel. Put it live. I think that is something you have to watch. And whatever the updates. So for example, he goes for a complete unlock. I don't think it's going to be a complete unlock, but partially unlock. If it's well taken well by the people, we can expect a good gap up, because if you still remember, Maharashtra was the biggest loser in with regards to COVID. We saw a very big panic. I have lived in Mumbai for quite some time. I love Mumbai, so don't take me wrong. But as with regards to COVID, we saw very big cases, a lot of cases in Mumbai, Maharashtra, etc. So let's await what the CM has to say at 8:30 p.m. today. Then, as usual, the first of every month is for the auto sales data. So all the auto companies is going to be posting the monthly sales data as always. So you can expect all the auto companies in focus on Tuesday. I think the first is Tuesday. Yeah, so first is Tuesday. So all companies will start posting their monthly sales. Now the expectation on the street is that the sales will not be good. You have to always remember what happens last couple of months. So last month, you all remember that the lockdowns state-wise were initiated, the restrictions were initiated, and you also must be remembering how there was a shortage of oxygen and how a lot of factories of the auto companies were engaged in production of oxygen, Maruti, Mahindra, etc. So obviously, because their productions have gone down, sales also will be coming down. Number one, there's no production, and number two, the customers are not going to come and buy because lockdown is in force. So you can expect the auto sales to be truncated, to be below estimates. But obviously, if there is a positive surprise, that is something which will be very well respected. So I believe we are holding Hero MotoCorp and Mahindra. These are the two companies that we're holding. You could also holding Bajaj Auto. So three names that we have suggested to you already. So if you're holding, continue holding them tight. Any dip that we get, we should try to buy those companies. But overall, the auto sales data is something which is going to be truncated, which is something going to be below estimate. So we can't do any year-on-year comparison because of the lockdowns. But as I said, if you get any positive surprise, markets wait for surprises. Right now, market knows that the data will not be good. So if the data is not good, market will not really react. Market, really reacts to surprises. Imagine a big fall. That is something market will react to, or a big surprise on the upside. That is what the markets will react to. So please focus on that. And I think that will be something that we need to keep an eye on. So the auto companies for Tuesday. We also have a GDP data, the quarterly GDP data of the Q4. That is something we have to watch. And you all know that the GDP is something that is closely watched by the professionals on the Dalal Street. That is also going to be released on Monday. That's tomorrow. Also, the infrastructure output and fiscal deficit is going to be coming out tomorrow. These numbers need to be closely watched. Good numbers mean expansion in the markets, expansion in the economy, but bad numbers is something which is not going to be taken well by the street. So let's focus on that. Then we have the PMI, the Purchasing Managers Index. The manufacturing PMI particularly will be coming out on Tuesday. Now that is something we have to see. And the service PMI will come out on Thursday. Two numbers that we have to keep an eye on. So please, put it in your calendars. And these numbers generally come out during markets. The manufacturing PMI always comes around, I think, 10 to 11 o'clock. That is something to be seen. Any good positive signal is going to be taken well, but I think there will be little below average because of the state-wise lockdowns, which was there last time. So we will keep an eye closely on these fundamental numbers. The most important event, I think, before I talk about the monetary policy, we also have to keep an eye on the monsoon. Let's not forget monsoon. Let's not forget that we have at TFA got you all into the fertilizer stocks, the chemicals, the API sector, and that is going to come back into action now. This is a report. I haven't actually got my hands on a broker report. I'll try to do that and send in the group on Telegram. So which brings to the question that if you are not on our Telegram, make sure you join in. First of all, thank you so much for the 8,000 subscribers. I think that's absolutely stunning, absolutely marvelous. I can't thank you enough. So what I am today is all because of you guys. So the 8,000 subscribers, and today I'm bringing out a video for GAN. That's a gift from my side to you guys. So let's try to increase the community. So please share these videos if you enjoy them. Please subscribe if you're new. Click on that bell icon so that you can know when I always come at weird timings, 12 in the night, in the mornings. So make sure you hit that bell icon so you know when I'm coming live on the markets. And I also have started live videos during live markets. So you need that bell icon to be updated. Another thing is that the 31st May batch of the Architect program is fully sold out. We have no seats left now. And so thank you so much for that massive response that we got. And right now we don't have any seats available, and we don't have any upcoming batches. So once we do have that, maybe in 4 or 5 weeks, we will let you know. But if you do want to get connected with us, the Bold project is something that you could start with. So Telegram is TFA Investments. You can always click on Telegram, TFA Investments, or the Financial Analyst. And the monsoon is something you have to always keep an eye on. The last 2 years have seen good normal monsoon, and good monsoon means good rural consumption, good rural demand. And you all know that the Indian economy is more of an agricultural based economy. 70% depends upon agriculture, and we have a majority of dependence on the rural sector as well. So the monsoon is going to also affect the rural patterns of demand and supply. So this year is expected to also have a good monsoon. That's what I read. This was the latest report I saw on Google on 25th May 2021. So we are the IMD, the Indian Meteorological Department, is expecting good monsoon with the LPA of 98%. But it's going to be normal this year. I think monsoon in the south will be starting in 1-2 days. So good, healthy, normal monsoon is going to be another positive factor for the market. So if you read in the papers, or if you see that the monsoon is good, you have to be bullish. Thus, our view is unchanged. But if any changes in the patterns in the monsoon, that will be not well respected. So the idea is that you should So the southwest, as I said, the southwest monsoon is going to play a significant role. It's starting in Kerala, etc., all the other country, all the other states in a matter of couple of days. So let's observe that. Let's keep close eyes on that. And please, please, please hold your API, chemicals, fertilizers stocks. Don't sell them, because this is the time when they start to perform. So we're holding Deepak Nitrite, Naveen Fluorine, Vinati Organics. All these names have been given to you. From the chemical kind of sector, Pidilite and Galaxy are good peers, but that's not really dependent upon that. But my focus is, please be with the Deepak Nitrite and Alkylamines, all those kind of companies. Even the fertilizer stocks are fine. Coromandel is something that I'm always bullish on. Bayer CropSense is another one I'm bullish on, which is also being covered by Money Control. We also have, by the way, so we also bought M&M and Hero MotoCorp last week. I hope you're still intact with those purchases. We should not panic with these purchases. And also yesterday, I asked you all to accumulate Colgate Palmolive. So all these companies are, so I haven't given all the other names, but all the other companies are basically dependent upon monsoon, which is in fact going to determine the rural demand, rural consumption, further on demand for the product sales, etc. So just keep a track on the monsoon is what I want to say. Let's not spend too much time on the monsoon topic. Finally, we have the Indian monetary policy, the RBI monetary policy, which is very important. So the 3-day meeting will be concluding on June 4th. Again, if you ask me, is the rate going to change right now? I don't think it will. So it does become a non-event as always. As I said in the start, market looks for surprises. Right now, everyone already is expecting some kind of accommodative stance. I must have given it here. So we're already expecting a good accommodative stance, right? And we are not expecting any change in the repo rate. If it comes, that's going to have an impact on the market, and I'll tell you what to do on Thursday. But right now, expect that it's a non-event. What you should focus on is, as I said, the biggest demon in the markets is inflation right now, and the world economies all over the world have really high inflations. Even India, WPI plus 10%. It is much outside the purview of that 4 plus minus 2% inflation rate set by the RBI. So what I'm trying to say is, the RBI's comment on the economy or on the inflation particularly is something that we have to see. So I got a lot of people, commenting on my videos and saying, so what do we do about, first of all, the inflation? Also, I got a lot of articles actually. I think Economic Times, someone covered it, that RBI governor said that the markets are a bubble. I did cover that in yesterday's video, but I'm going to cover it again. See, RBI, whatever they say is going to be important. The repo rate will be non-event, but whatever they say at 10 o'clock, I think it's always at 10 o'clock. So whatever they say at 10 o'clock, it's going to be highly, highly volatile. You all must be remembering the last bi-monthly meeting that happened. It was extremely volatile. In one minute, markets were bang, Nifty went up 300 points. So we can expect the same volatility now. So that will only be when the RBI governor is commenting on the state of the Indian economy. If he says the economy is not doing good, yes, markets will see some kind of declines coming in, because RBI governor is an important authority in India. But if he says we are bullish, we are positive on the markets, then again we are heading for highs, and we will continue to scale all-time highs again and again and again. So that is something you have to closely watch. Inflation, as well as the comments of the RBI governor on the economy state. Finally, we also have the fuel prices have been going up and up. Mumbai has already crossed 100 mark liter. God bless fuel. But for those people who track the fuel and the commodities, you have to track the OPEC meeting, which is again on June 1. Also the US-Iran nuclear deal. These are going to impact your oil and energy sector in India. So whatever is the updates on that is something, if you're a commodities trader or if you're trading in the oil and energy sector, that is something that you have to track. So a lot of events are planned for this week. And it's a lot of events actually. So make sure you're always on our Instagram, because we always keep on producing something new. That was the news part, right? That was the news part. Great events lined up and good earnings. GMM Fordle has already posted earnings. You all are holding. So let's see how markets react. Nazara Tech also, the earnings have come out. Let's see how markets react tomorrow. But whatever happens tomorrow will be result-oriented action, and you should not panic on results. I've always told you, never buy news or never sell news. Use your own minds, because the news is there just to confuse us. So that was about the fundamentals planned. Hopefully you've chalked them out in your calendars, and accordingly we can decide our BTST trades. So now when you take the BTST trades, keep these points in mind, that these things are scheduled, and if you are expecting poor numbers in one of these data, you can't take a good BTST trade. What I'm saying. Number two is the concern of people that I've started to get on Instagram, everywhere actually, of what should we do that the FIIs now are net long in the market more than 77% or what, 76%. So I'm sorry, 86%. I think I'm getting my numbers wrong. I actually haven't calculated, but you can always go to the data that comes in, and you can calculate what is the net long and short on the index. That's a very simple calculation. I think I've already taught you that earlier. But there are around 86%, 87% net longs on the index, which means that people are still waiting that the markets come higher and then we can short the markets. I will talk about that in detail, but because of this net long, they are quite overbought. Basically, if FIs are above 75% on the index futures long, they are quite overbought. So you can expect some profit beginning to come in the next couple of days. But again, it's profit booking. It is not shorting opportunity or selling for larger periods of time. Do not confuse this data with that. You will get. I'm not saying market. See, please understand. Devang Mehra or TFA or anyone, Himalay, we are not saying markets will run up in a single shot. Never have we said that. What we are saying is we are continuing a buy on dip stance. Because of this net long, which are overbought, you will get dips. Be sure about it, but you have to again and again buy those dips. So coming to that question, coming to this small doubt, you have to not buy a gap up. That is very, very important. So for tomorrow also, it's a Monday, and you know my theory, gap up Mondays end in red. They end up truncated. So please, in the coming week, if you get a gap up, you should not buy that gap up, no matter where it is. Don't buy that gap up. Simple advice. Why I keep on repeating is so that you don't forget it and come to me tomorrow and say, why did I make a loss? I'm making you aware. What's the worst case scenario? Markets give gap up. Maybe 5-10% chance it still continue the gap. It's very rare. That's very rare. Markets have already shot up a lot. If you get a gap up, people will try to book profits. These guys, people who are waiting for the markets to come up and short, they will make some money on the short side. So please try to understand that. The other concern that I want to talk about is the India VIX. Now, the India VIX, I was reading some articles because people get tensed in the market. The market is a place to give you high blood pressure, and it is on you how you control that blood pressure. A funny story. A couple of days back, I saw this meme shared by one of my friends. So this person was trading. Let me know if you saw this meme. So this person was trading on a screen. Some person from outside our country, and with all his computer and his setup and the screens and all the indicators on the chart, he had a blood pressure machine and a heart rate machine. Below that. So if you're trading the index options, you're seeing what was the heart rate like, what was the blood pressure like, so that he knows when to exit, what was the stop loss like based on the health conditions. But leaving jokes aside, you have to really be patient. You have to really be calm in the markets. That's why listen to music and do other things. Don't focus everything on the markets. I always tell people have a work-life balance. And if you're in the markets, don't sit in the markets for 6 hours. Never do that. Never ever sit in the market for 6 hours. If you get a gap up opening, book your profits in intraday longs. I think I'm holding 35,000 calls, I believe, at 500. If I get a gap, I'll book the profits. And again, I get a dip, I'll again buy that. So you all know my view, but I'll not sit that gap up, wait till the day end, because I'm telling you something very important. Gap ups are not going to sustain right now. It's also not because of the FI and net longs, but it's also because of the India VIX. India VIX is at 17.4 right now. If my screen is showing it correctly, it's somewhere around 17.4. Yes, India VIX going down is bullish for the markets. India VIX going up means fear and panic, which is bad for the market, good for the short sellers. If the India VIX is going down, what does it mean? Let me see what do you guys think? All of the people watching this video right now, what are your views about India VIX? If India VIX is going down, what do you think the people are expecting? It's very simple, basic. The India VIX going down means the option prices will be cheap. Number one, your premiums will be cheap. You can try that out. Number two, the people who's trading in the markets, they're not expecting a lot of volatility on the upside, on the downside. Very, very sorry, please. If the India VIX is low, people are not expecting a lot of panic. Yes, the COVID cases are going down. That's actually helping the India VIX. India VIX coming down means people are not expecting a lot of volatility on the downside, and they are not really betting on the downside. Now, India VIX going lower and lower and lower also means that the volatility is small. Volatility is small means markets can really be some kind of, range bound that we saw last time on last Friday, yesterday. See what happened to the markets. India VIX gone down 12%. Markets stayed in a range. What am I trying to say? I'm not saying buy or sell here because we're at the bottom of the India VIX. I have never said that, and I'm not going to say it. I'll give you a day when I think that the markets are quite overbought and we can sell for one day or short for one day and make some money on that idea. It could be a great shot, or as I call it, the big shot, thanks to the movie, but not right now. What I'm trying to say is that the India VIX going down is a good thing for the bulls, but also means not a lot of volatility will be there. So try to have a stock specific action. Point number one. Point number two, I've observed historically. I've observed historically whenever the India VIX is low, the breakouts really don't sustain unless until the India VIX again goes up, then the breakout starts. Let me show you some examples, what I'm trying to explain. Let's see where the India VIX was at lower levels. I think this was around 21st December when the stock market glitch happened, what people call the stock market glitch. But you can see around that 21 December, can you see that was the multi-month low of the India VIX? So when the India VIX came really down, on 21 December, if I open the Indian stock markets, you can see what was happening. It is very, very similar to what was happening right now. Markets were going up and up and up, but they were going, you can see, by making dojis. Again and again, sideways candles, which meant that because of low India VIX, volatile, small range, nothing big happening in the markets. And finally, when so many dojis are made, I'm of the opinion that one blow-off day happens and again market continues. Why does it continue? Because when this blow-off day happened, your India VIX would have moved from 17 to what, 23, 24, and then again markets have room to go up. This blow-off day, I'm not saying a 4-5% fall will come. I'm not saying a 3% fall will come. Maybe 1.5%, 2% fall comes in Nifty. 1,000 point maybe in Bank Nifty, it could come. I'm not saying it will come. Maybe even a 500-point fall can come. I'm not saying again and again. I'm saying people will always assume कि I'm saying short कर दो. I'm not saying at all. I am saying शायद 1% का fall भी आ सकता है because जो India VIX है right now, it is quite low. And if it keeps on going lower and lower and lower, your FI net logs goes up and up and up. एक फिर फॉल आ जाता है, तो इट्स बेटर कि वो पहले आ जाए rather than it coming late and बहुत बड़ा blow up day आ जाए. And then people get confused कि अब short है कि long करना है. So please एक चीज rewind करवा रहा हूँ. For the next 15 to 20 days, for the 15 days लेके चलते हैं. For now, I'm not going to extend my time right now. You will again reassess what to do around June 15th. But till June 15, let us remain in buy on dip, right? My view should be clear. Number two, I'm expecting the markets to be sideways to bullish. I'm not saying bullish. I'm saying sideways to bullish. That is why you can't buy gap ups. You can buy dips. You can't buy gap ups. If you see the India VIX, one more example, if I can show you what I'm trying to prove is, I think even this example, 26th August, this was one very good example. See this, 26th August, 31st August, when the India VIX came to multi-month lows. क्या हुआ था on that 26th August? Very simple example. Markets were moving in a small tight range, very small range, and finally one blow off day happened. And उसके बाद markets then continued. It again consolidated and then continued higher. If I show you one more chart is, I think I was observing somewhere around here. You can see this point when the markets were really low on the India VIX, around 12, and that level used to be common, but now because of COVID, it is not, because people are very panicky. But at that point of time, 12 was very low. So let's see what happened at 30th December, somewhere around there. What really happened there? So you can see even I think this is this time. So you can see around yeah, this was the time around 30th December, 27 December 2019. Markets were in range. They did give a breakout, but because of India VIX being so low, एक बार blow off happened, then you continued higher. So I hope you're trying to understand what I'm trying to bring to the table. Right now, also the good thing for sellers, I always give credit to both people, buyers and sellers. The good thing for the sellers right now is that the markets are moving slow, up and up and up. So I would say in maybe a couple of days, 4-5 days, one blow off day could happen. Then again, we will continue. When that blow off day happens, I will try to intimate you earlier so that not only can we short, but also we can buy at the bottom and go for further highs. So that is just one concern that I have on the India VIX and the FI net longs. Overall, we are maintaining buy on dip and not buying gap up. One thing I want to discuss before I try to conclude the note that I have started. Please, a lot of people tell me we are going aggressive short in the market. A lot of people tell me that Devang, the markets are going to crash now. They are at all-time highs, up to all-time highs, and now we are into territory that we've not seen, uncharted territory. ये मैं बहुत सुनता हूँ word. We are into uncharted territory, and यहाँ पे तो कभी हम आए नहीं हैं, right? People think, yeah, I'll give you an example. Yes Bank trading at 12 rupees, attractive. HDFC Bank at 1500, not attractive. That's what people think, psychology. Nifty at all-time high, not attractive. Companies like, or the any index which is trading at lows, that's attractive. Remember one thing, laggards or cheap remains cheap. Expensive remains expensive. That's how markets move. The earlier you accept it, the more profitable you will be. The second thing is, I just want to ask you something. Very simple question. People are saying, I am short. Let's take short here. Let's take short over here. Up to market crash karega. Why? Because now a doji is made on a daily chart. First of all, if you want to go short, I am fine. Jana jao. But give me one reason to do so. Always remember, markets, the indices are nothing but a basket of stocks. If you want to short Nifty, open what all stocks come into Nifty. Nifty 50 constituents. I'm trying to prove something very interesting. As I said, I can give you hundreds of ways why I'm bullish. This is one of these ways. This is the Nifty 50 constituent weightage. I'll ask you something very simple. You are saying I am short. Now tell me, are any of these people bearish? Because if any one of them was bearish, I would have said, fine, my friend, you can go short. Reliance just yesterday went up 6%, just given a breakout. HDFC Bank near the 52-week high, 1500 levels. Infosys just broken out. HDFC bullish. ICICI Bank 630, 640 levels bullish. It's not at the bottom. Tata Consultancy broken out with Infosys. Kotak Mahindra Bank just broken out yesterday. Hindustan Unilever ITC little bit truncated because if banking sees inflow, the FMCG sees little bit outflow. But isn't ITC already up from 200 to 215? Are you understanding? Axis Bank bullish, already around 730, not at the 700, 600 levels. What I am trying to say is, if your 80% of the constituents are saying I am bullish, why would you like to depend on one constituent? Maybe like any one name here. I don't know which is bearish. Maybe Cipla, or sorry, maybe Sunfarm fell 5% yesterday because of results. Because of one constituent which does not even is not even 1% weightage, and you are saying because of that person, because of 1% of Nifty, I'm bearish. Yeah, if you want to be bearish, at least be with HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank or the HDFC twins. At least be with them. एक आपको मैं एक बात बड़ी सिंपल बताता हूँ. Right now, the rally that you saw in Nifty, Reliance never participated. Don't forget what I'm saying. It's important. Reliance never participated till yesterday. And yesterday was the first day Reliance broke out. And please note, Reliance is the biggest constituent of Nifty. If Reliance breaks out, and if galti se HDFC Bank breaks out, God bless people who are short. Simple. You can see what happened to Reliance. I don't have to show the daily charts again and again. That's what happened to Reliance. Maybe because of the big candle that we're seeing, we might get some inside days. Big deal. But try to buy those inside days again for another breakout. That's going to happen. You like it or not. It's a great, great consolidation and breakout. Reliance has just broken out. Thanks to Jeffries for that. Thanks to Jeffries for giving such an optimistic report about Reliance, which has really infused that confidence that people really lacked about Reliance. It's going higher. I'm not going to buy Reliance. You all know I don't trade Reliance at all. I don't understand Reliance. I never understand Ambani. I never understand Adani. So I've never ever invested in these companies. You like it or not, you believe it or not, but I'm never going to come at it again. But yes, Reliance movement does affect my Nifty movement. If I'm trading options in Nifty or in futures in Nifty, I have to know Reliance. So for the people who are short, please, please, please have this point in mind, what I'm trying to explain and bring to the table. Even if oil keeps on going higher, Brent, if keeps on going higher, WTI futures, this guy's going to go up. If this guy's going to go up, Nifty's going to go up. Hope you understood that. So when you take a short or when you take a long, make sure you have something to back it up. Not just technicals, but some logic, right? The other thing is, we can always be coming to a month end closing. And last night I said something very important around 150, around 1 o'clock 30 minutes in the night yesterday. I said something very important. I said, now we're getting a monthly closing on the charts. Now don't focus on intraday moves. कि यार आज क्या हो रहा है, कल क्या हो रहा है. Try to focus on the bigger picture using a weekly or monthly chart, because if you are aligning yourself with a monthly picture, you can always go for the bigger 20-30% gains on stocks, maybe 5-10% on the index. Who knows? That's what I'm trying to say. Align yourself with a bigger picture. All of the people who want to go short, open Nifty monthly charts. It is about to break out. It's already has. If let's say tomorrow by chance Nifty closes higher than this, imagine the gravity of the issue I'm talking about. And you all have been already alerted to be in the long side for the last 10 days. Hopefully you're in the right direction. Hopefully you are. So what I'm trying to say is you are about to get a monthly breakout on Nifty. And when the monthly breakouts happen, they go long. They really go long. At the same time in Bank Nifty, it's already done some kind of a retest and move on the upside. So, and they will be confirmed when the next month opens and it starts trading above that. When that happens, it's confirmed. So try to understand for at least the next 15-20 days, should be bullish. I'm telling you, after that, there are some cycle changes happening. I will alert you. I'm always there, selflessly coming on YouTube and during live markets, not focusing on my trades, but making sure you sleep well at night. And you don't have to panic at night. You don't have to look at SGX Nifty at night, because in the last 10 days, I've given you in the option trades, I don't think I've given any stop losses to anyone. So if you haven't got any stop loss, means that you have slept well at night. And if you have, I'm happy. Let me know in the like section. Let me know in the comment section. So overall, listen to the overall view. I can give you the overall view. I'm fine with it. Overall, Nifty is bullish. Nifty Bank, I'm not commenting right now. I'm reserving the right to comment. Don't think I'm bearish, but I'm reserving the right to comment. Nifty will see, I believe Nifty will see good flows in 20 days. Then could form some consolidation. We could see some further declines after that, and we can resume rally again towards the end of the year, the last quarter of the year. There are cycles planned. Everything's running in my mind, but we will take it step by step. I want you, and I told you, I've been telling you again and again, this year, next year, you are going to scale highs. And when you think we are at the top, we will reach another top. When you think it's another top, we'll reach another top. और वो आता जाएगा, आता जाएगा, आता जाएगा. And you will wonder कि यार ये हो क्या रहा है? You will think to yourself, ये हो क्या रहा है? So what I am saying is, make sure you have capital when that happens. And don't destroy capital in a useless intraday trade, trying to find a top on intraday and shorting the top on intraday, which will give you only maybe 1% or 2% on Nifty. Aim for 10% of Nifty, 10% of Bank Nifty. So with that note, I want to leave you. So tomorrow's plan is simple. I don't have anything to discuss. Weekends, really don't want to discuss anything. You could open anywhere. If you are getting a gap up, exit your longs on index intraday. I'm not saying a portfolio exit kar do. Exit intraday longs. Book your profits in the intraday longs. Fine. If you're getting a flat opening, observe what's really happening at that flat opening. Why do I say that? Let me explain. Nifty is given you a really good range. And always, I believe Friday and Monday are trending days. That is something I believe. But because of the India VIX so low, I'm not going to bet on any kind of trending day. Please mark my words. I'm not going to bet on any trending day. Even if it happens, Devang Mera will not take part. Why? India VIX is too low. I need the India VIX to come up around 20, and then I can plan a trending day, but not right now. Hopefully view is clear. Number two, if you get flat opening, I've already told you last time also in the yesterday's video or day before yesterday कि निफ्टी का 15,800 यहाँ तक लेवल खुला है. 15,600, 15,800, 15,600, 15,800. The levels are open. Doesn't mean it will come tomorrow or in this month, but they are open. That is what I'm saying. Plan for them. Don't buy. I'm not expecting you to buy 16,000 calls. Please be careful what you plan or what you do. Tomorrow, big gap up, I'm booking profit. Tomorrow, if flat opening, observe what happens at this flat opening. Let us say market, it opens here and then starts to go high. You can be a buyer. Why not? You can be a buyer. It's a good range breakout. But again, keep on scalping. Keep on scalping. Matter of concern will be when? Matter of concern will be only when you open below this range. Because then it will be like all these people got trapped. And then again, markets can come down to these levels. And then you can try to buy at these levels. Because इसके बाद कोई support है नहीं. I think the only support that we see is around 15,280. It's a good support. I think now 15,280 is acting as a really good support. 15,350 acting as a really good support. So try to keep these levels in mind. Below that, 15,170 also is a good support. What are these levels? 15,350, 15,280, 270 and 15,170. So अगर आप लोग gap down खुलते हो, if you open gap down, then maybe some selling can come in. Observe कर लो. But अगर आपने selling नहीं करनी है, मत करो. I'm not saying go short. I personally would not short. I will exit my longs BTSTs and I will try to buy maybe at this point of time, maybe at this point of time, maybe at this point of time, depending upon the price action. Find a double bottom. Let's say you come here, find a double bottom, buy the double bottom. If you come here, find a double bottom, buy the double bottom. They always happen. Double bottoms are the most common patterns for the last 100 years. Can use that. So I expect you to use that as well. So view is simple. Gap up, book profits, flat. Observe क्या होता है. Maybe flat opening के बाद market stayed sideways and 12:30 move आता है. Buy that movement. Buy consolidations. I've told you that very very clear. Any consolidation that you get into 12:30 1 o'clock, buy that. Because वो fail नहीं होंगे, वो ऊपर ही जाएंगे. तो अगर तुम move starting में आ जाते हो, उसमें निकल जाएंगे, scalp करके निकल जाएंगे. Otherwise नहीं. Bank Nifty थोड़ा weaker है. Bank Nifty थोड़ा weaker है. So Bank Nifty में मैंने तो Bank Nifty का trade लिया वैसे. But support over here, 35,000 round number, good support. 34,800 good support. 34,500 good support. 34,400 good support. Supports तो है काफी. See, because you've gone higher, because you've gone in a good upward movement, any time you fall, you will always see some kind of support. So I'll go to a bigger chart. Intraday तो कुछ समझ नहीं आता. I hate intraday charts. I always love to do intraday trading on a weekly chart. You like it or not, I'll teach you that later. But this is what I'm trying to say. Even on one day कुछ नहीं है, 4 hours कुछ नहीं दिख रहा. One day. So one day chart में I can see something 1 week. So 1 week में तो halt हो गया, ठीक है. So see, it's a weekly halt candle. So if you break the highs, you will expect very, very good momentum on the upside on Bank Nifty. Already HDFC Bank is trying to push. So on daily chart, देखो एक range बना हुआ है. You've got a very, very good range. I think when the range breaks on the upside or downside, you can plan accordingly. Unless until you're in that range, be with the stocks, be with the Nifty companies, be with Nifty. That is something I can advise. Even yesterday, I told you, मुझे Nifty समझ नहीं आ रहा. If you remember, Nifty Bank. If you remember that words on Thursday, what I said Nifty Bank समझ नहीं आ रहा मुझे what to do. Exactly that played in. I didn't do a video on that. I forgot, but I told you. मुझे अभी भी Nifty Bank इतना समझ नहीं आ रहा. That's why when I said in the starting of the video, I know I'm very clear when the Nifty cycles are happening. I have no idea, not no idea, but my actually view for Bank Nifty is something very different. I don't want to bring it out because then people will get scared. So with that note, I'm not going to talk about Nifty Bank a lot, but overall, I remember one thing I said. I always like to talk about the future. I love to do all these calculations. एक मेरा वीडियो अगर आप मेरी सीरीज में देखते हो, मैंने आपको एक चीज बोला था इस बार. I said one thing. I said that Bank Nifty will not lead the rally. किसी को वो पॉइंट याद है? I want to see how many people watch my videos every day. Does anyone remember this point where what I said that Bank Nifty this year, Nifty will reach all-time highs, but Bank Nifty will not lead the rally. Doesn't mean they will not go up, but they will be truncated. याद है ये point? I'm still on that point. I'm not saying sell banks. हम तो खुद PSU बैंक के अंदर है. But I'll tell you when to exit. But be prepared this year. What my calculations say, Bank Nifty lead नहीं करेगा. Just keep that point in mind when you plan investments. So don't buy big gap ups in banks, big movements on the upside in banks. Try to buy dips in banks. That's an advice I could give you on the calculations that I've done. So with that note, I can let you be. The view is clear, view is simple, view is safe, view is unchanged. Don't buy gap ups, but continue to buy dips. Don't expect trending markets even if they come. VIX is low. Let the VIX rise up, then expect trending markets. That's about it for now. And I'll see you in some time for the GAN video. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night. I was actually, again, I'll tell you why I say good night. First of all, I'm very accustomed to do videos in the night. That's point number one. That's why I say good night, because I'm in such a flow. The other thing is, whoever is new, I always say good night in the end to see who comments and says, sir, what happened? Why good night? This tells me it's a good way of marketing, actually. This tells me how many people actually watch my videos till the end. That's some banter again. I love banter. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.